A very good evening and good morning to all the participants. We are going to start today's session. I hope all the participants able to hear me. I hope all the participants able to hear me. Thank you. Thank you so much. And today I'm going to explain S4 HANA Introduction and Overview. We're also going to see a roadmap to SAP S4 HANA. We will see introduction to Fury apps. So this is the agenda for today. I'm just trying to write down the agenda for today. And we're also going to see what is simple logistics and simple finance. So we'll see the introduction to simple logistics and simple finance. And we'll also focus on what are the highlights of S4 HANA 1709 edition. So this is the agenda for today's session. Okay, participants. So I hope all the participants are able to see my screen. So basically, what is S4 HANA? S4 HANA is nothing but the fourth generation SAP HANA. It is one of the most advanced in-memory platform. S4 HANA is only built on SAP HANA. The only platform S4 HANA is SAP HANA. SAP S4 HANA is only platform that can deliver massive simplification to the complete platform. SAP HANA is a key element for SAP HANA. So you have different areas like customer adoption, the simplification is delivered based on data models. It also helps us for decision making. And also massive simplification of business processes and models. So basically, it delivers very simplified processes for customer adoption and all the other areas that are listed down. Now we will see the roadmap to SAP S4 HANA. So let's see the roadmap. So what is the roadmap for S4 HANA? As you know, the evaluation of SAP was started in the year 1972 based on R by 2. Just participants for 5 minutes, I just would like to give you the introduction. And as you know, R by 3 was released in 1992. In 2014, in the year of 2004, as you know, ERP was released in market. And in the year of 2015, SAP has come out with S4 HANA. In the same year, it also has come out with a version which is 1511. And the latest version that you find now is 1709 edition. Now, if you see the roadmap of SAP HANA, SAP HANA was developed in the year of 2011. So in the year of 2011, SAP HANA was developed. So initially, if you see, there are about 500 organizations that started to implement SAP HANA. In 2012, the first release was made in 2012 that the first application started to support for is BW powered by SAP HANA in the year of 2012. So BW on HANA was the first product that was leveraging the capabilities of SAP HANA. Which is known as BW powered by SAP HANA. So subsequently, in the year 2013, SAP introduced Business Suite on SAP HANA in the year of 2013. That is also the application that is completely transformed based on SAP HANA platform. So this is nothing but Business Suite powered by SAP HANA, that is to support real-time business. So in the year of 2014, SAP introduced Simple Finance, which is a plugin to the existing ERP system. Later in 2015, so the first release of S4 HANA was introduced. And in the recent 2017, SAP released the latest version of S4 HANA, which is 1709 edition, in the year of 2017. Now let's see, just I would like to give you a very brief introduction to what is SAP HANA. So basically it is nothing but a database. It combines both row-based and column-based technology. It provides the most advanced technology for in-memory in the current industry. So S4 HANA is nothing but it's a new product that is built by SAP on top of SAP HANA to support the digital economy. And the latest architecture that is designed for different business processes based on S4 HANA. S4 HANA plays a very crucial role in reshaping the businesses. It has a very good user interface. Basically, it has a very excellent user interface, which is called Fury Apps. SAP Fury is an entry point on mobile. On mobile devices as well as the desktop devices. It contains various styles. So I'll just try to show you and launch the Fury apps. So let me log into system. So here you have the Fury link on the remote desktop. I'm just trying to open the Fury link. So let me copy paste the link. So click enter. Provide the username and password. Username is best and password is W capital welcome 123. So here is the Fury apps. So this is called as a SAP Fury homepage. SAP Fury contains various styles. It contains various styles. Now these styles are based on user roles. So basically it contains various roles like sales department, project manager. So most importantly, a end user maximum may have about 20 apps. So whatever the role he's playing in the organization, so based on his role, he will be able to see those tiles over here. It can support for multiple device types, and it provides a single user interface for all the devices in order to execute the smart business. If you want to edit the home page, click on the user, click on edit home page. So edit the home page and you can add apps to the home page. SAP Fury is frequently used SAP functions, information lookups, SAP Fury Launchpad, SAP Fury apps. So you have services such as navigation, personalization, it also has an embedded support and integration. It provides a very simple and easy to use application across different desktops as well as the mobile applications. There are three types of Fury apps. So basically you have three types of Fury apps. The first one is known as So basically you have three types. One is called as transactional, the second one is analytical, and third one is fact sheets. Transactional apps, analytical apps, and fact sheets. It's called analytical apps. And third one would be fact sheets. So basically, transactional apps are allowed to do transactions. So basically, they're used for transactions. So basically, you can create a sale order, purchase order. All these are known as transactional apps. Like creating a leave request for employee. All this comes under transactional apps. Now, second is the analytical apps. Analytical apps are basically used for analysis. They're used to display, for example, like purchase documents. So basically, they give a role-based real-time information. These apps run on SAP HANA database. Analytical apps basically leverage the capabilities of SAP HANA and execute on the business suite. So whenever you have large volume of data in the front end, so in those cases, so when you have multiple graphical user interface or just like dashboards, you can use fact sheets. Fact sheets also help us to give uh, business information. You can navigate from one fact sheet to the other fact sheet and those related fact sheets. We can navigate from a document to the master area. Some fact sheets, you can also use it in different applications like logistics and finance. This can also be used as a backend system. We can also use them directly in the backend system. We can also use WebTime Pro in order to display these fact sheets. To run these Fury apps, you require an ABAP stack. In S4 HANA, we have two main components. One is simple logistics and the other one is simple finance. S4 HANA Finance is the first business application that was running on SAP S4 HANA platform.
Accounting, finance.
All the participants able to hear me? Just because some participants did not mute, that's why. All the participants able to hear me? So what I'm trying to explain here is basically SAP HANA is based on rows and columns, and then here you have the simple logistics. So you have a release on S4 HANA 1709 edition for simple logistics. So you have a lot of other functionalities for SAP Fury apps mainly for the end users. And you have different predictive capabilities. You have embedded analytics and you have predictive capabilities. And then you have predictive capabilities here. basically, S4 HANA logistics is mainly for faster processing of data, completely. Now, because SAP is also changing based on its market demand, so faster for data processing. And then you have different components like simple finance and simple logistics and HR also we have. So in simple finance, we mainly focus on, so in finance, we are mainly focus on general ledger. We focus on general ledgers and focus on the general ledger. Sorry, there is a spelling mistake. And financial accounting. We focus on the financial accounting. We'll focus on controlling. Focus on controlling, and we'll focus on asset accounting. And finally, bank accounting. So these will focus on the simple finance. Now, coming to the logistics part, we'll focus on, coming to the logistics, we'll focus on the material management, we'll focus on the material management, we'll focus on sales and distribution, sale order processing, we'll focus on production planning, normally, okay, 1 minute. Let me open the paint. So basically, if you see from the ECC point of view, what is the major disadvantage is it is not available on cloud and it is working on the traditional RDBMS. It works on the traditional database. Now, if you see now the current S4 HANA is completely based on RAM. In 2015, SAP Enterprise Management simplifies both finance as well as logistics. The business suite is now called as Enterprise Management. In SAP HANA 17.0 edition, we have additional features. So both 1610 as well as 1709 have different additional features. You have EWM, quality management, APO, Advanced Plan Optimizer. In 2017, the 1709 version, there are a lot of additional features like CRM, customer relationship management. So these are the 1610, you have EWM and in 1709 you have CRM, customer relationship management, and supply relationship management, SRM. So these are the new things that are introduced in 1709 edition. So basically you have a CRM and customer relationship management and supply management. So in this we're going to cover the keys, the dimensions and the quality and currency. So here you have keys, dimensions and the quality and currency. If one value basically change, one single field changes, the complete data set will be duplicated, even if you change one value for the complete data set. As you know, ERP consists of multiple tables. So this is how the ERP works. But whereas SAP HANA runs on a column-oriented DB and it only works on insert-only option. In ECC, we have the system would read the complete table based on some parameters and it would convert them into different structures. After holding the data into the structure, the same data would be displayed in the report. Now in S4 HANA, concept of aggregates. So aggregate concept is completely eliminated in S4 HANA. There are some tables which combine multiple tables and get into a single table. Like in S4 HANA, you don't have any aggregates. For example, you have MacDoc and AC doc here. The different tables are combined to one single table. MacDoc and AC doc here. So basically, these are transparent tables, MacDoc and AC doc here. Now all these are transparent tables. Since HANA is a column-oriented, normally in ECC you see there are a lot of tables. Instead of having multiple tables to process, now we only have a single table to process. If it takes 2 minutes to run a report on 2 tables. Now in SAP HANA, it only runs in 2 seconds on MATLAB table. The second one is the universal journal table. It combines all the line item documents like asset accounting and controlling. So just today, I was just trying to give you a very brief introduction to SAP S4 HANA. So AC.K is mostly on the FI. It contains all the line item documents. Finance, asset accounting and controlling. So all the line item documents are placed in AC.K. So just in today's session, I was just trying to give you the introduction to S4 HANA. S4 HANA is nothing but a fourth generation in-memory platform. And then I was just trying to show you how we have to do the customer adoption, data model, user experience, decision making, different business process and models. Then I was trying to show you the roadmap for S4 HANA. In 1972, for the first ERP was released, and then in 1992, R3, 2004 ERP, and 2015 S4 HANA. Later in 2015, SAP released the first edition of S4 HANA. This I'm trying to give you a quick recap. In 2011, as you know, SAP HANA is released into market. And then 2012, the first application, that is BW powered by SAP HANA. In the year 2013, the SAP released the first business suite powered by SAP HANA for real-time business. Later in 2014, SAP released the complete add-on to the existing ERP, which is known as Simple Finance powered by SAP HANA. Now, so you also know what HANA is. HANA is nothing but a database oriented memory technology. The new product that is released to the market is S Ap Hana, mainly for real-time business. To support business, it has a front-end application called Fury Apps. In Fury Apps, there are three types of apps. One is transactional, the second one is analytical, and the third one is fact sheets. Transactional apps are basically to post sale or purchase order. Analytical apps mainly to show data in a graphical user interface. And fact sheets are basically to do comparison and to drill down from line items to master account. So coming to the, after I showed you the Fury apps, then I was trying to give you a very basic introduction to Simple Finance. So as a part of Simple Finance, SAP provided applications that regards to general ledger, financial accounting, controlling, asset accounting, and bank accounts. Now coming to the logistics, we are going to mainly focus on material management, sale order processing, and production planning. Now, coming to the what are the disadvantages of existing ECC? Now ECC, as you know, it operates on a traditional database. In 1610, when SAP released 16th edition, two major components were released. One is EWM and the other one is APU. In 1709, SAP released two other components of business suite, which is customer relationship management, supplier management, supplier relationship management, into 1709 edition. So let us continue with introduction to the Simple Finance. And so in the introduction to the Simple Finance, so SAP S4 HANA Simple Finance is an add-on product on top of Business Suite. The S4 HANA Simple Finance, the previous name of the product is known as Simple Finance. Currently, SAP changed the name to S4 HANA Finance. This is mainly developed for the financials for S4 HANA. Now, S4 HANA is set of financial management, accounting, financial planning, and analysis. So basically, it's a set of financial management, accounting, financial management, and analysis. Simple Finance helps the companies to analyze the financial condition in the market. It is built on top of SAP HANA platform. So mainly S4 HANA Finance support operational efficiency, SAP S4 HANA Finance is developed on a platform. Both combine the NetWeaver platform and the SAP HANA platform. So basically, we call it as SAP NetWeaver and the Business Suite. SAP Simple Finance is mainly delivered for the simplification of financial modules. And in here you also have another module called logistics that we will discuss later. So in simple finance, we have finance as well as the controlling. Completely it covers the entire financial management portfolio. S4 HANA Finance, we generate the reporting that is very flexible to the business users. Normally, if you see in SAP GUI, we use transaction codes, but most of the apps now here are built based on SAP Fury apps that we'll see shortly. SAP S4HANA Finance use an in-memory concept. Completely it is based on SAP HANA based new architecture. It is completely built on new in-memory platform. Now let us start discussing about Universal Journal. What is Universal Journal in S4HANA? It has made a business life very much easier for business users. So basically it has financials and management based accounting system. The new Universal Journal has combined financial accounting and controlling. Financial accounting and controlling are now both combined. All accounting related transactions are made relevant to application components. So in here you have different components such as financial accounting, controlling, asset accounting, and material ledger. So you have financial accounting, controlling, asset accounting, and material ledger. The advantage of having all this information in one place, no reconciliation activities are required. So that's one advantage. Complete data redundancy is eliminated. So shortly I will explain in detail in this session. And line items are entered only once. So this is the main advantage of having all the information in one place. to bring everything together, reconciliation ledger was developed. For this functionality, there is a change in master data, tables, and also in the configuration. The big advantage of Universal Journal, reporting is completely based on AC Docker table. Most of the index tables and tables that are written are completely eliminated. Now we have only one single table called AC Docker table. So these are the tables that we were previously using: BSIS, BSAS, BSID, BSAD. These are the index tables that we were using in the traditional SAP system. So these are the index tables. So you also have few of the aggregated tables. GLTO. Aggregated tables are nothing but they're used to summarize data. So these are all GLT3, KNC1. LFC1. These are few aggregated tables. So all the participants able to hear me clearly. Because I got a message, participants not able to hear me. Everything okay, participants? So there are some of the other tables that are also involved. Now all this information is recorded in AC Docker table. BKPF and AC Docker table are the two main tables. BKPF is a header table, and the respective item table is AC Docker table. Header table consists of header data, BKPF header information. In accounting document, we mainly use the BKPF table. Line item tables gives the details of the individual line items. AC Docker table is one of the line item tables where it has all the fields required for general ledger and material ledger, etc. All this information is stored in BKPF and AC Docker table. No longer these tables are used. Index tables and aggregate tables are not used. Completely it is based on BKPF and AC Docker table. also have, on top of these tables, we have compatibility views, which are called as CDS views, Code Data Services. We can also continue to use old tables for reporting purpose. Now let us see what is AC Docker table. Let's go more details into AC Docker table. So AC Docker table is not, it's basically known as universal table, where it has all data related to financial accounting, asset accounting, and controlling. The universal journal combines FI, the universal journal combines FI tables, CO tables, combines the FI tables and CO tables into the single pool called AC Docker table. The universal journal combines all the data that is present in FI and CO tables are completely dumped into AC Docker tables. The introduction of the SAP HANA database technology enables us to use this table. SAP HANA, as you know, is a columnar database. It can, in fact, handle huge number of line items that enables us to combine multiple tables into single tables. It is going to fetch data based on some user input values. So based on the user input, it can hold data and then retrieve data as fast as possible to business. In S4 HANA, there is no concept of aggregates. So aggregates are something where you aggregate pre-fabricate data and keep in different tables. But with the introduction of SAP HANA platform, completely aggregates are removed and we completely store the entire data into one single table. BKBF, BF, BSEG, FAGLF, EXA, and CO tables, COPK, COEP. So these are the two different tables. Coming to the CO. Now what I'm going to show you a practical on how it is different in the traditional ECC and how it is different on SAP HANA. So let us see both the systems. So let us log into ECC system. So enter the user ID request, password, welcome 123. So I'm just trying to log into the ECC system. Enter the T code S11. Now let's enter the table name. So let us take an example of BKPF table. So let's see BKPF table. So here you can see BKPF table, click display. Click on contents. So let us give a document number and click execute. Now here you see BKPF table ECC. So let us take one more table. Let's take data for another table. FAGLF LEXA. One of the FA tables. General ledger actual line items. So provide the document number. Execute. So here you can see data of FAG FLEXA. Now let's see whether AC Docker table is present in ECC or not. Let's check for AC Docker table. Click display. It says AC Docker does not exist. Check name. So AC Docker table does not exist in ECC system. So now what we do is we go and check in S4 HANA. Double click on S4 HANA. The username is best. Password is wcapital123 and click enter. Continue with this log on and click on confirm selection. Enter the T code SC11. Enter the AC Docker table. Now we are in S4 HANA. Click display. So universal journal. Click execute. Now we can see the data of AC Docker table. Okay, participants. So we can also see AC Docker table in the HANA Studio also. So let us log into the HANA Studio. So basically how you have to see in the same SC11 you can see the AC Docker table. But now I'm just trying to show the catalog in the SAP HANA how we have to. So we need to navigate to the catalog. Expand schema, expand tables, just filter on. Click on filter. Enter the table AC Docker table. Click on table and open data preview. So here we can see the AC Docker table. Click enter. So here you go. So here you can see the document number. Here we can see the difference of ECC and S4 HANA. So let us go back. Expand accounting, expand controlling, expand cost element accounting, expand master data, expand cost elements, expand individual processing. So these are all different reports. Now let us go back to S4 HANA and check. So once you go back to S4 HANA, so please see here, now we are in the S4 HANA. Now here you can see FS00. So here you can see there are multiple reports. So here you see there is FS00 is mainly to edit the cost elements. So like this you see transaction code changes, changes on the tables, changes in the configuration. Now let us see how we can post entries in AC Docker table. How entries get posted in AC Docker table. So what we'll do is we'll use SAP Fury apps in order to post entries into AC Docker table. So let us log into Fury apps. So let's copy the Fury link. So let's log into the Google Chrome. Provide the username is best. And provide the password wcapital123 and click log on. Once we log in, so now we are at Fury apps. So here you find the Fury homepage. So click on component participant, it's loading the files. So let us enter manage GL account master data. Enter manage GL account master data. Click enter. Click close. So let us enter the GL account master data screen. This what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to post entries in AC Docker table. So let us use the GL account. Enter chart of accounts. Select the chart of accounts. Primary cost of revenue. Enter the account group 1000. Short text is asset. GL account long text. Bank asset. Click on company code data. Click on the plus icon. Enter the company code. Enter the currency. Select posting without tax allowed. Enter the field status group. So let us select G0023 and let us click OK. Let us click on controlling data. Provide the cost element category. Primary cost. So click on save. Once you click save, enter the chart of accounts. Chart of accounts is 9000. And the GL account is 100 10011 100. Here you can see the GL account, chart of account. Your text is asset, balance sheet account. So the GL account that we created in Fury Apps. Now let's see in the backend system. Let's go to SAP HANA. Let us right click and refresh. Let us copy the GL account number. And click on table and open data preview. And let us search for this GL account and click enter. So now here you can see the GL account that is reflected in AC Docker table. Okay, participants. By using the GL account, we can create entries in AC Docker table. So here we have created one entry in AC Docker table. Chart of accounts is 9000. So we're just trying to show participants the introduction to the simple finance and how you have these different tables, which is based on SAP HANA platform. So what are the advantages, participants, for the new S4 HANA financial accounting? No reconciliation activities are needed. The data redundancies are eliminated. Line items can only be entered only once. So these are the advantages. Now, in the traditional ECC, we used to have index tables like BSIS, BSAS, BSID, BSAD. And aggregated tables are tables which are used to summarize data. Now, in the new S4 HANA, DKPF is a header table and line item table is AC Docker table. So the complete financial accounting, asset accounting and controlling, everything, its related data for FI tables and CO tables are now directly posted to AC Docker table. Just I'm trying to give you introduction to S4 HANA Finance today. And then I was also trying to show you FI tables on the traditional ECC system. Only after you migrate, you can find AC Docker table and S4 HANA. So I'm also going to show participants how to do the detailed migration from traditional ECC and how we have to migrate to S4 HANA. Excuse me. And then we were also trying to see the universal journal table in S4 HANA. And we see the table in the SAP HANA Studio by going to the catalog, going to the schema, and then we started to create a GL account master data using the SAP Fury ads. And finally, entries are posted back to the HANA Studio AC Docker table. Now, let me show assignments to the participants. So let us go to the Dropbox. If you want to see the assignment for today's session, go to the Dropbox, go to Set to Assignments, go to S4 HANA Assignments, go to S4 HANA Finance. Here you can see the universe, assignment to use in general S4 HANA and how to create GL account master data and how it reflected in the basic Docker table. Let us open the assignment. Here I've given the detailed explanation and the difference between the HP7 and S4 HANA UI system. What are the FA tables? Data in the tables. Let's see ESEG table. Next CO tables. And also you can see the data in the basic Docker table. Let us go back. Let us open the create GL account master data status. Enter the app. Manage GL account master data. Click on the symbol. Provide new GL account number. Enter chart of accounts. Provide short text account text. And select account type. Okay, GL account has been all the steps. Thank you all the participants to attend today's session. I'll see you in the next session.